Yeah, we're going to get started. Thank you so much for being here. I am getting started as we are talking, friends. Um, Let me know if you have any questions. We're going to get started in a second. I want you to feel comfortable going live. We're going to talk about all things going live with ease. So let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate you joining. And so as the live gets started, I am setting up my screen here. I appreciate you all joining. Let me know if you have any questions. This is my level up conversation. It's actually go live and monetize your expertise. That's what I talk about in this one. So I want to make sure you are going live and making sure you are thinking very intentionally about monetization strategy. So that is what we're going to talk about today. Thank you all who are coming in and joining. If you come in, I want to make sure you comment, you like the live, as well as share it and subscribe. So we always want to subscribe. We want to make sure we are showing YouTube that we are here, we are supporting, we are growing intentionally. That is the strategy, friends. And I don't want us to miss out on um, getting new subscribers and new opportunities. So that's what we're doing. This is our growth season. And so that's what I teach. I want to make sure that I am supporting you in your journey as much as you are supporting me in my journey. So I'm going to be here um, really quickly. I'm going to try to get on quickly so I can get going with the thinking that I cannot stay long. I say this all the time, people, and I overstay every single time. I am I am here. So I overstay every single time. So that's what this is all about, though. I want to make sure I am supporting people, end up staying longer than what I need to. Hello, Bobby. How are you? Thank you for coming on. I appreciate you joining. This is my Monetize Your Expertise conversation. I want to make sure we are thinking about our growth strategy. So I go live on YouTube and TikTok. So if you have questions, feel free to put those in the chat. I'm going to try my best to make sure I manage the chat and I can connect with you, as well as I'm going to be on TikTok as well. So we're going to do this thing. We're going to do, I co-stream this session. I'm Dr. Lisa. So you're on Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income. So thank you so much, Bobby, for being here. I appreciate you. And so what we'll do, we'll make this live as my go live and monetize your expertise. We're going to talk about monetization strategy. I'm going to talk about branding, especially when you think about from a digital marketing perspective. And I want to make sure you are feeling support. How you doing, Samantha? Thank you so much for being here. Feel free to like the live. Make sure you all like the live as well as subscribe. I want to make sure you guys are commenting and connecting. I really appreciate all the support. And if you go to one of my shorts and put a comment and like it, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe last, but subscribe, I will do the same for you. So we are growing. This is our growth season. So I want you to grow just as much as I want to try to grow on YouTube. So this is for a small creator. So we're going to grow and we're going to build our pages. And so I'm doing that. I usually have a moderator. I don't know if she's going to be able to join today, but she also, her name is Yes Michelle Crochets. Thank you. Nice to meet you from Japan. Awesome. I'm in Orlando, Florida. So thank you for being here. You said I subscribed. Thank you. So I will make sure, because I'm saving the chat, so I'll make sure I get back to your page. But if you go to one of my shorts, I get notifications. The chat sometimes disappears on me. But if you go to one of my shorts, I can get a notification, and then I can in turn go to your page and subscribe as well. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much, friend. That's what we're doing. This is our growth season. We are growing. We are building. We are trying to make a go at this. I'm going to Orlando in a few weeks for a summer break. Look at you. Awesome. Awesome. The House of the Mouse. That's what I call it. So Orlando, obviously we're known for the theme parks. I was actually just at Disney in particular a month ago. My son's birthday. So his fifth birthday. And so we had a good time there. Um, I have older kids, and then I had him. And so the older kids, we went all the time. That was actually his very first time going. 5 years old. So the other ones, they had gone, obviously much smaller, 2, 3, they had gone quite a bit. But now, you get to the theme parks, it's fun, but we don't get a chance to spend a lot of time there. So it was good taking him because he loved it. He wants to go back, obviously. Okay, so I am going to get started. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate you being here. This is, like I said, this is my level up conversation. I talk about going live and monetizing your expertise. I want you to be successful. We're going to talk about doing it from a digital marketing perspective. And if you have a physical product, physical, digital, whatever you have, you can monetize your expertise. I say that because I want you guys to be intentional about your growth strategy. So that is what this is all about. And so, what I do in this particular live is that I um, make sure that I am answering questions, I am supporting people, and I co stream on TikTok. So, this is going to be co streamed on TikTok in like 30 seconds. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to make sure I set up my screens. So, I usually take people to my resources, my bundle, the things I have in my stand store. If you click the link in my bio, you can get to my products as well. So I talk about that in this live in terms of getting more support from me, coaching. Again, I have a starter kit when it comes to digital marketing. That's the Launch and Earn bundle, as well as I'm an affiliate for the Ultimate Branding course, UBC. So I do that as well, and I just talk. I just answer questions. I make people feel at ease and comfortable about doing this live streaming thing, because really, for you to be successful, you got to get in front of people. You got to communicate. You got to share with them what you offer, what type of support you're going to offer, and then they got to get to know, like, and trust you. So as they get that know, like, and trust, they will come back, they will support you, and you will grow. So that is the strategy, friends. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all joining. Good morning, TikTok. It is Dr. Lisa. Launch your income. Come on in. I appreciate you all joining. Let me know if you have any questions. We're going to go live and we're going to monetize our expertise. We're talking about all things monetization. How do you go live? How do you also earn passive income? So that's what we're doing. This is about how you are talking and offering solutions to your audience. Thank you so much for joining, Dee Dee. And so I talk about offering solutions because whether you have a physical product, a digital product, consultations, mentorship, whatever you're offering, that's a solution for your audience if you know who your audience is. Nika Grace, how are you, friend? How are you, my friend? Come on in. I appreciate you this Saturday morning. And so, you guys, I'm a little fancy this morning. So as soon as I get off this live, I am a little fancy. I have to run. How you doing, Purpose Woman? How good morning, Amor. How are you? Thank you for liking the live. So come on in. I have to run, my friends, to um the opera. I don't know if you thought I was gonna say that, but yes, the opera. I have to go to the opera. I have a good friend. Her daughter is performing in this opera. Her daughter's an opera singer, essentially. For Oh gosh, she's been doing it. Her daughter's in her mid 30s. So she's been doing it for quite some time. Graduated as a music major, and she's been traveling around the world singing in these different opera productions. So good morning, Amor. And so I am going to see her perform. So I'm going to the opera after this. Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. So it's the matinee. So I probably won't be back for my 4 o'clock, depending on the timing, travel. If I do come back and maybe back, I might be back in time for a small hour-long session if I do something. So we'll see. I have to kind of time it right and see what the day brings. And then I am back later. I left that sticker up there because it was up there from yesterday, because I am doing on my other page TikTok shop. So I'll talk about that a little later, but I do 3 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I will be back tonight to do my 8:30 session. Thank you so much, Nika, for the title, Gift Your Finger Heart. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, friend. Look at you. You leveled up. Oh, you know what? I was going to try to put your sticker up, but it won't probably let me paste with the 2 stickers. But thank you so much. I see you and I appreciate you, level 12 friend. Be reconciled. How are you? Come on in. We're going to chat it up. We're going to talk about all things going live. So this week, I'm just going to be, I am so transparent with you all. This week has been a challenging week for me because the TikTok shop stuff, I'm trying to balance that page. This page, how you doing, Mo family? Thank you so much. Be reconciled. Thank you for being here. So this page has been a challenge for me to keep up because I want to post, and I'm trying to post on the other page because of the whole shoppable stuff. But then here, so I took a clip from yesterday, and I want you all to see that because it's probably helpful. I'm not going to say it's going to help everybody, but I think it's helpful for people as you're thinking about your journey, as you're thinking about going live for the first 30 days. What does it look like? Not to be nervous, not to be scared, not to be shy about it, but what does it look like to go live and think about you're just sharing. You're taking people along your journey. You're building that rapport. You're building that know, like, and trust. You want to make sure people get to know you. You share a little bit about your process, but you don't have to be this super expert. You don't have to be super knowledgeable and think that you have it all put together. You can say, I'm learning and I'm growing as I do this. So I want you guys to be intentional about just making sure you just start the process. That's all this is about. So if you start the process, people will see you, they will support you, they will keep coming back. So thank you all who are coming in. I appreciate you all. JD Lady, how are you, friend? Good morning, good morning. And so this particular live, it'll get activated in a second. We're gonna start doing some things here. We tapping the screen, we sharing the live, we're gonna do all the things. I have not started sharing my live yet, so you want to make sure you're sharing your live. Hello, Miss Darlene. How are you? Happy Saturday. Thank you so much coming in. Get your daily heart meet. Thank you all. Cornelia, thank you so much. It's Saturday, y'all. Sorry. Baby, I am on my live. Yes, sir.
But Sissy and we are going to go to the pool.
You guys are. Okay.
Can we get my swimsuit?
Can you ask Daddy to help you with that?
Sure.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Okay, y'all. It is Saturday. Usually we don't get those interruptions during the week, but it is Saturday. Thank you all for coming in. You see his little chipmunk voice. I'm going to the pool with Sissy. I go live sometime today. Look at you. Congratulations. Yes, he is so polite. Until he's not. But he is. Thank you so much for that. For the most part, and like I said, until he's not, it's one of those things where we have to remind him quite a bit. Please, thank you. Yes, no. Making tea cakes. Nice. Look at you. DJ Lady. Okay, let me read your bio. Hello, I'm a native of Texas. I am not looking for a husband on TikTok. Wait a minute. What? So, wait a minute. You had to put that in your bio. Were they coming at you like that? So I get it because the whole do you need a sugar daddy? All that. Yes, I tend to keep those messages unread. Oh, that's funny. So I'm gonna say this. That made me laugh. I'm gonna say this. DJ Lady, at some point you probably gonna have to update your bio because TikTok they was something else. TikTok is gonna be like, what do we do with this? Is this relationship advice? What do we do with this particular category for this one? Because TikTok categorizes you based on what's in your bio. So you might want to put your live stream time if you end up coming up with a time, or your topic if you're baking and making tea cakes. You might want to add that to your bio and take out the the messages to the men. I love that. That was funny. One of the silver foxes mad. He real mad. How you doing, Miss Vicky? How you doing, Strengthen? Thank you for the popular vote. He said one of the silver foxes is mad. He big mad. Oh, and we'll start back. Yes, friend. But like I said, if you want to make sure TikTok gets your message out there in terms of what your topic is going to be about for your live stream or your content, ideally they do align. You're gonna have to update your bio. You got to update your bio. You got to update your bio. He got checked. It does. That was super funny. Oh my gosh. He said, I agree. Hi, how are you, Sarah? If y'all want a laugh, go ahead and look at DJ Lady's bio. Oh my God, that was funny. That was funny. I had not seen that before, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I get you. I get you. The one named D. DJ Lady's bio, DJ Lady P. Look at her bio. That was funny. I did not expect to see that, but like I said, sometimes you gotta let them know. You gotta let them know, like, look, you're not here. No, you're not. I'm not looking for a husband. Don't do that. Don't do it. Oh my gosh, yes, I thought that when I first came. It was a dating site. I said, I'm on the wrong page. He said, no DMs. You guys are funny this morning. Y'all are funny. But you're right. You got to set them straight. Greetings from Columbia. Thank you so much, Sarah. I appreciate you, Sergio. But yeah, you got to set them straight. You got to set them straight. Like, look here, I am not looking for a husband. Don't do me. um, oh, he was conceited and arrogant of what was coming at you. Oh wow. Yeah, there's some that's pretty aggressive. They're definitely very persistent. We'll put it that way. There's some that are very persistent, and at the end of the day, like I said, I keep them on red. I don't even comment. I just ignore them. And then you can block them now too. Just I mean, not that you couldn't, but you can always block them if you really feel like what some people are just being too obnoxious and too persistent. You just kind of block them. Yeah. Same laugh out loud. Yeah, I was laughing at they real or bots. You know what? I don't know. That's a good point. I think there's real people behind those those messages. I think they're real people. I mean, the pages, obviously the pictures and stuff do look kind of suspect, but I think they're real people. I think it's people out there like that. You said they're all the same because all the messages are the same. Yes, hi, how are you doing? To your point, it could be somebody in another country behind the screen that's trying to see which person they can get. So and they're scamming and they're using the little bot messages to do it. Absolutely, that could absolutely be happening. Like I said, I keep them on red so they don't get me because I don't respond. uh, okay, okay, awesome, baby. You have to go downstairs. Mommy's on the call right now. Okay, love you. Okay. Hey, he said, hey, pretty. Yes. Like, shut up. I know I'm pretty. Thank you very much. And what? And what? I didn't need you to tell me that. Thank you very much. He can't hold the sister. I am cake here. You guys had me laughing. No, no, no. We're not, you're not the same. Is that what you're saying, Sergio? Sergio said, he gonna stand up for the men in the room. Sergio, I don't know. You might be outnumbered here, friend. I'm just going to say that out loud. You may be outnumbered. There is too many of us that have experienced that. Now we have laughter this morning. Yes. It's one that kept coming back and never changed his profile. I'm like, I still see you. Oh. He said surrounded by plenty of women. Yes. We are laughing about this. It got started with DJ Lady P. If y'all want to laugh, go look at her profile. So it just so happened I looked at it and that just made me hard laugh. I'm like, okay, I get you. You said I'm gonna put this in my bio so you understand I'm not the one. He said I leave them unread too. I do. I thought we were talking bad about men. Sorry. No, 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 we're not. No, 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 no. We're not talking. We're talking bad about the ones that come in our inbox all the time here. those. Those are the ones that we're like, no, 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 sir. We're good. If you're real, I think that's what we're concluding too, that maybe some of these aren't real. They are not real people. We're gonna start the flash code, guys. Let me make sure I do this before TikTok gets upset. How you doing, Happy? How are you, friend? Hello. Thank you so much for the roses, you all. So we'll do that just to activate the room. I see you all coming in. We'll share and um, share the live and like the live, as well as we're going to keep commenting. That's what this is all about. TikTok pays attention to our comments. You're getting points. I say this all the time. I want to make sure you guys are actively engaging. And if you are new to my room, we're going to talk about all things going live. I talk about making sure you are getting your points as you go live and get your get a blue box and you're leveling up. And so I want to make sure you understand just the go live process from a viewer perspective, but also from a live host. We were talking yesterday. We got onto a tangent yesterday too, y'all. Carolyn, how are you, friend? We got on a tangent yesterday. I miss being here. I miss you all too. We got on a tangent yesterday, and you know what? I am not a messy person. I try not to be messy, but we got on a tangent because we were talking about getting TikTok Shop access. Because you know I do the TikTok live now. I just turned my other page, the page I've always talked about was faceless. I rebranded it to be face forward, and so that particular page is my TikTok shop page. So we were talking about that because one of our friends came in and they had just gotten TikTok shop. And so it just so happened I had met with her earlier in the day, and I said, you know what, you're thinking about this, you're gonna get it because you know you fit the criteria. She had over 1,000 followers. She can get into the pilot program. I said, once you get off this call, you're probably going to get a notification. And sure enough, she got a notification that she got into TikTok Shop. So she was really pleased with just the fact that it happened so quickly. And so she came in my live and she was sharing that news too. And we started talking about her process to get followers. So I'm bringing that here just so that you guys understand there are things out there you could do. And there are rooms. This is going to go towards my tangent. There are rooms that are good rooms to do it if you know your strategy, if you understand the strategy. And there are rooms, even though they may be a room to go into, there are rooms out here that are not welcoming to beginners and people who are trying to learn this app, and that are a lot of stuff going on, and a lot of stuff going on to benefit the live hosts. Okay, so we just gonna call it what it is. So recognizing that we were talking about just being mindful, as you said, that's true. It is. It is. It is. And so I was just saying in my tangent, because a name was dropped in my chat, and I never said the name, and I'm not going to say the name today either. A name was dropped in my chat, and I said, you know, that's not a beginner friendly room. That's pretty much the way I stand on that room. And with knowing that, I guess I want to talk about making sure you guys are obviously aware of what's happening here, but also recognizing that not every room is for everybody. I'm just being honest about it. Not every room is for everybody. And so if you are in a room that you don't feel like you're being supported, because I say it all the time, this is a relationship. It's a relationship where you have to engage, you have to do your part, but also the live host should be educating, entertaining, and inspiring you. So when you go into rooms, wow, I did not know that. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome. When you go into certain rooms, just know it, recognize for what it's worth, recognize why you're there. If you are there to essentially grow, we'll talk about the growth concept, as well as if you are there to support in a way that makes sense for you. Okay? So I teach, and this is what I'm going to stand on. I don't care how many people in my room, how many people not in my room. It don't matter. I'm gonna be me, and I'm gonna be consistent. I stand on everything you do supports that room, whether it's tapping, whether it's sharing, comments, gifting, all the things you do supports the activation of the room. So you just need to know how to engage. And you engage in a way that you're looking very intentional about your growth strategy, depending on what you're trying to achieve. or you're looking to learn or be entertained or be inspired from that room. So, but recognize you should be engaging in some kind of way, whether it's just simply tapping or sharing or putting comments in. But you want to make sure you are being supported by the live host because it works both ways. You have a role, I have a role. In TikTok, I tell you all the time, I jokingly say we're in a threesome. We are in a threesome, y'all, because TikTok matters too. And so, with that, I just want to make sure that set with me for a little bit, just because I don't talk about people. I'm not messy like that. But at the same time, I think there's a lesson to be learned in just understanding how you go to these rooms, how you conduct yourself, but then also maybe there's some rooms that are not for you. And I'm just gonna be real about it. Just don't. It's not worth your time, energy, because it's not gonna help you in terms of what you're trying to get from them because they're very much about themselves. Okay. Thank you so much. Always inspiring, helpful information. You're welcome. I think the problem is that after a certain amount of people in the room, it becomes hard for them to engage the whole room. That's yes, yes. But no. Did you do your shopping live last? I did. I have one. I do it Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I have the next one tonight. So those are my days. I'm doing the TikTok shop. I'll talk about that in a little bit too, just so you guys know I'm learning from that too. It's a learning process. But you know, those rooms. Here's what I would say, and just from the other side of being a live host, at the end of the day, you control your room. When you get to the point and you have a lot of followers, maybe 600 plus people in the room, to your point, it is challenging to control the chat at times. However, the nature of the room is that the chat is chatty because that is what they cultivated, where people are they call them engagement rooms. That's the new name. That's the new name they coined as opposed to grow rooms. And so that is the purpose of the room. The room is activated that way. You have moderators pinning people, you have the gifts of flowing. All those things are happening in that room. So that's the nature of the room. Now, if you were the live host, you control your room. So at the end of the day, if you want to say, hey guys, I want us to pause for 10 minutes so I can share tips on how you can XYZ, you fill in the blank. Or if you have questions, anybody who's new, anybody who don't have a blue box, I only want to hear from my blue box people. So again, just recognize, or I only want to hear from people who don't have blue boxes, so I can help you, so I can help you grow, so I can help you understand how to navigate this. Or you could turn on the chat at times and just only make it for your subscribers, which is fine because that is a strategy and a tactic. But just recognize there are other people in the room that are beginners, and so when the rooms are chatting like that, you're not able to be seen and heard if you don't understand. You still trying to figure this thing out. Oh, you're specifically talking about teacher rooms. My bad. Oh, teaching rooms. I guess I'm talking about all rooms. Yeah, I'm talking about all of them. Teacher rooms. So I'm a learn room. Like I said, those grow rooms, those engagement rooms. What I was referring to is the grow rooms when I said that. So we were talking yesterday about the person growing their followers. So it was essentially a strategy to go grow rooms. Matt King, how you doing, friend? Thank you, Miss Darlene. Heart comment to great, check, go, and give options. If you can collect my points, share and tap. Say they get reconciled. Wait a minute. You giving us the rundown? Let me know. Heart comment to great, check, goal, and give option. If I can collect my points, share, and tap and listen. I think I understood that. Yes, that's my checklist when I enter. I can't with the grow rooms. It's so fake and annoying in there. Yes, I want real followers and friends. That is it. That is it. That is it. And so that's what I wanted to bring to this conversation because that's it. That's it. And so you got to know what room you walk into. And if you're walking into those rooms, just know again what's the intention behind those rooms and what you're going to get from them. So Jake, how are you? Thank you for flying in. You were right. I have less than 200 followers and got live access yesterday. Look at you with that 18 level blue box. You are engaging, friend. That's what's happening. I say it all the time. I don't want you guys to be out here in a situation you're like, okay, what's going on? So my blue box, my people who are new to my room, you don't have a block box. You're trying to figure this thing out. You said, Miss Erling, we need two more roses. Oh, for the two, oh, we do. We need one more. Let me pin it again. Thank you so much for saying that. How you doing, MJ? Did I say hello to you? I saw you come in, friend. Hello. Thank you so much. One more rose from someone who didn't send a rose. That's the caveat. There we go. We just achieved it. Thank you so much. Yes, we are doing it. So thank you all for coming in. Y'all see me this morning. I'm a little bit fancy because so those who know, I don't know how many of y'all know, but I am going to a matinee version, matinee showing, opera showing. I'm going to the opera. So that's where I'm going this afternoon. So if I can come back for my 4 o'clock, I'll try my best to and come on. You're always looking good. Thank you so much, Heart and Joy. I appreciate you. Nice. Yes, one of my good friends, her daughter is an opera singer. She travels around the world in different productions. So she is an opera singer. So I'm going to see her in opera. So I'm excited. Dr. Lisa, where do you find the blue box? Okay, I got you, friend. Let's go there real quick. Absolutely love. You're absolutely love of the opera and joy. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I've probably gone to 3 in my lifetime. This might be 4. This is either 3 or 4. And so I do enjoy them. Now I forgot to ask my husband. I think this might be his first time going. So we'll see. I think this is his first time. If he's gone once before, that was before me. But I think this is his first time. So it'll be an experience for him. I'm trying to figure this out. I know I have live experts. I'm still learning. Let's see. Um, Carolyn, you possibly do. Let me say this. You don't have a blue box, so I'm gonna get you right, friend. And you said you know you have it, so you know you have it. So we'll just say you know you have it. Now, I want you to go live, so that's the purpose of this room. I don't gatekeep. I tell you how to go live. I want you to go live. I was saying in those other rooms because we got on that tangent earlier yesterday actually, and I was saying how a lot of those rooms, if they do have any teaching that's happening, they're telling you something maybe about your content or some other aspect, but they're not telling you to go live. And that is where I take issue because I'm like, okay, you know what? You're not teaching about, thank you so much. You're not teaching about how people are going to ultimately end up growing. Content, maybe. I haven't had a viral. I had many viral. Many as in MINI, not MANY. I had some slightly low level viral videos. Nothing major. At the end of the day, that is a thing, and people are striving for. But that's not necessarily going to get you live acts. I mean, not going to get you to be successful in this app fully. It is going live if you're looking at monetizing. So I talk about monetizing your expertise because it is about how do you come into this space? How do you go consistently? How do you build your community? How do you then create supporters? And then you're benefiting that way from a financial because you're collecting diamonds. So that's what's happening here. But people don't teach that people if people are teaching that, then they're teaching it because they're trying to grow their community, and by all means we all are trying to grow our community, but at the same time we got to be encouraging people to take that leap and get out of their comfort zone and do something they've never done before. So that's what this is about. Are you taking my you said I know I'm not taking that little one to the no, he's here with his sister. He will not be going. Trying to go to one of those grown rooms. I didn't feel our ranks. I didn't feel seen. Yes, that's it. You're not seen. So you're not seen. How you doing, Maria? Hello, friend. Carolyn, thank you. You're so welcome, friend. My fiance wants me to get on his phone and fast track him to get live access. There we go. There we go. You know what to do with your level 18 box. You know what to do, friend. That's it. So yeah, you could fast track him. He could have live access in like 48 hours, maybe 72. I might give him a couple days. but seriously, you could have it quickly. Yes, thank you for teaching us. You're so welcome. I'm tired to go. Tired to go one of those group. Okay, yeah, that's what. Poor guy. Yeah, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, let me talk really quickly. I'm going to talk about engagement. This is for Caroline, and this is for my other friend. Let's see. I'm sorry, I missed the name. I should start writing names down, y'all. I get to chatting, and it gets away from me. Celine and Carolyn. So anybody else who are new in the room, if you are new, just put in the chat, new, I'm trying to figure this out. Tap the screen. I told him it will cost him a bit gifts for me in the app out. He'll call it marketing budget. That's it. That's it. It's his marketing budget. I love that. That's exactly what it is. It won't cost a lot. I tell people, if you put $20 on your account, you said I'm new, heart and joy. Um, if you put $20 on your account, that's 2,000 coins practically. It may even be more if you do it from the website or the app, outer app. At the end of the day, that's plenty to get you leveled up. That's plenty to get you to the point where you can fully engage. Okay, so he would be perfectly fine with that. He will get live access and he can start growing. That's it. Yeah. Um, so, Carolyn, Heart and Joy, and Celine, let's get to going. We're going to talk about all things engagement here. So, I talk about this, and you guys heard me earlier say, if you just came in my room, you might not have heard it. But I say, when you come into someone's live, and this is just etiquette, you come into someone's live, you are committing to being engaging. You are committing to a relationship, okay? You are going to do your part. There is no looky loos, no bystanders. You want to make sure you are actively commenting, liking the screen, sharing the live, and if you so choose to, you can do the gifting. There's the gift box here. There's my gift gallery. I'll talk about the gift box. I'll talk about the roads. I'll talk about all those things. You do need to have coins on your account to access any of those, as well as the daily heart meal. I'll talk about that as well. So you need a coin for that. So we'll talk about getting coins on your account if you don't already have them. But there is free support. There is support that activates the room, and it just means that you are committing to coming in here and supporting fully when you come into someone's life. So a couple things you want to do um, is make sure that you understand that you're collecting points for all your engagement. That's how you get the blue box. So we'll talk about how to actually get it. And then as a live host, I'm collecting diamonds. That's how live hosts monetize. And so you're collecting diamonds because of the engagement in your room. People are actively engaging in your room as well as gifting. That equation creates a diamond. And then TikTok has what's called the Scale Live Rewards that help you understand how you monetize and grow even further through per live. So when you think about the diamonds you're collecting, is the difference between how long you go live and how many new followers you get. So people click my box there. Those are new followers. As well as there's this weekly pot of money called the weekly missions that you're growing because of people coming back to your live, the daily heart me, as well as um, how many days you go live, and if you've gone higher in what's called your league. That's the daily ranking. You'll see it pop up. I'm League C1. And so as I grow and surpass my league, I get monetized for that as well. So I'm just explaining that. Glow Getting Shop, thank you so much. Good morning. How you doing, Lotta? Thank you so much for here and being here and engaging. So I tell people when you first come into someone's live, this is the first thing you should do. Depending on if you have coins or if you're like learning and trying to figure this out and you don't have coins. There's one of these two things you're gonna do when you first come in. The very first thing when you hit that tap to go live, if I'm gonna start if you don't have coins and you're like, okay, I'm just trying to figure this out, you can click that person's photo in the top right corner and you can follow them. If you are new to their room, you need to follow the live host. That is etiquette. Coming in, you want to follow them. Now, if you have coins and you understand the assignment and you're trying to figure this out and you're trying to level up and get your points, you're going to click that daily heart me. That daily heart me, I say it's like a greeting. It's like a greeting. It's like saying hello. I'm checking in. I'm here to support. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think about it. How you doing, Danny? I don't know what I think about the whole fan club. Y'all, I don't know if I like the fan club. It seems it's like groupie culture. I don't like that. And so when it comes to it, I like being a part of a team. When I say we're in a relationship, we teammates. We are doing this together. It is not about Dr. Lisa. And I think that's what's happening with some of these live hosts. They all in their feelings in their head about having fans and groupies and stuff, and they're acting up. But at the same time, you are coming in and we are working together on this thing. My job, sorry, are you a doctor? I am a PhD. I'm a PhD, not an MD. I am a doctor. I've worked hard for my PhD. But yeah, and so when you when you are coming into our room and stuff, you want to make sure as a live host, you are educating, entertaining, inspiring, and you are helping your viewers get to know, like, and trust you. That's the purpose. People will keep swiping past if they don't feel that trust. Most of those I've seen are still calling it teams, like I've seen. Yeah, I still call it teams too. They changed it now. You see the emojis a different image now if you start clicking the tapping the screen, they're now having it like the little horns, the crown, the hearts, the smiley faces, all these different things to kind of denote this fan club thing. And there's actually, this is called TikTok's ad box. If you swipe it, there's different ads. One of the new ones is the fan club, newly updated. So the fan club is the daily heart me. That daily heart me, how you doing, Doc? That daily heart me is where you now are getting claiming points. You're getting points, and you're claiming points, and then the popular vote is part of how they are having you rank higher, especially in the evening. They have that hour, that fan club hour that's happening at the 8 o'clock hour, 8 o'clock Eastern for me. And so that's all happening as a way to kind of get people to come in your room and make you popular. So all that's happening. I'm not knocking it, but like I said, I don't like the terminology. I still think it should be teams. That's it. I think it should be teams because we are a team, y'all. So, how you doing, Marietta? And so, thank you so much, D. Graham, for coming on in and getting your daily heart me. So, here's what you want to do when you come to someone's room. You are tapping the screen. Tapping that screen shows that you are here. You're here to support. You're here to be a part of the community. As you tap that screen, as you tap that screen, TikTok will see you engaging, and then TikTok will push more people into the room. Okay, so as you start tapping, you'll see there's going to be a pink heart that pops up, and there's a line that crawls across, and those taps under my name, that line crawls across, that heart gets bigger, start having dots, confetti dots percolating out of it, and then when you let go of tapping, confetti falls on the screen. You see the confetti, I don't, but confetti will fall. And so right now we have 20K taps that have happened. So you'll hear people say tap to the confetti, and that's a way for you to support the live, to activate it. I think renaming it a fan was a mistake. Most of us want to buy into a team. That's it. That's it. I like that. You want to buy into a team. You want to be a part of a team. That's building community. Good morning. How you doing, Regina? And so you'll hear people say tap to the confetti. Then as you are engaging in a room, you want to help share out the live. As you share out the live, it brings more people into the live. You'll hear people coming and saying from the FYP, people are coming in from um, where TikTok has pushed this live out to other people. How you doing, Kate? And so if you press my nose or my glasses, press my nose or glasses. Happy Saturday, friend. How are you? Samaya, thank you so much. As you hold my nose or glasses pressed down, it will show you all your followers, top supporters, recent people who've come in. You can send your live out to them. They will come back in to support you. So you want to make sure you are intentional about sharing your live and sending it out to your supporters. Okay? So I intentionally send my live out to supporters, and as a live host, you want to always send your live out. So you just saw me sending my live out and sharing it. I'm sharing the live. So you can click the arrow where it says 143, 144. You can click that, copy the link. They don't know who you shared it with. Or if you press down, you can share it with people. So you share out the live. That gets the live activated. So in the beginning, you do that flash goal. We did it earlier, but you also share out the live. And then you start connecting with people. Okay? You want to make sure you're commenting. You're connecting with people. Okay? So I'm going to say something really quickly. So somebody who knows my room, knows who I am, go ahead and put a comment in where you shared it with somebody and say good morning. You know what to say. Trini, how you doing, friend? Because I want to pin you, because what you want to do is you want to keep the room activated. You want to continue to comment. That is part of how people engage. Now I'm going to give you a little tip. Good morning. Is it morning there? Yes, it's 11:51 here. I'm in the East Coast. in Orlando, Florida. Yep. Regina, thank you so much. And comments matter, no matter what. How you doing, Cotton Top? How you doing, friend? Um, Comments matter, but you'll see people engaging. Thank you so much, Inspired Expressions. Thank you so much, connecting with our friend Samaya. Hello, friend. I love it. You got the fan in the dress. Hello, how you doing, friend? I love it. Um, I am wake. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. There we go. You said so. Here's what I want to say to you all. So the grow room culture. You want to avoid Kate. You want to avoid words like gotcha, scooped, followed, all those language, because here's what happens, and this is what I teach. Now you can do what you want to do, but TikTok perceives that as grow room culture. Is they see it as fake engagement. You're following for follow's sake. So I try to avoid those type of words, those terminology, just so that it doesn't seem inauthentic, that you are intentionally trying to grow and connect with somebody. So I say good morning, I say hello, friend, how you doing, new bestie. I say words like that just to make sure I'm not falling into that grow room culture language. I know TikTok has been prone to mute people, as well as you'll see where your engagement, and the live room, I've heard people get messages that said they had fake engagement, um, and so I've heard people say that, and so they've had fake engagement in their room because of it. Okay. So thanks for letting me know. You're welcome, friend. That's what I'm here for. Thank you all who are coming in. So you want to make sure you are connected with somebody. So how fake engagement? Because it looks, so the room gets flagged for it. So it looks as if people are just following for follow's sake, and they're not really engaging properly. So when you overuse words, you got to be careful about those words. So the whole scooping and all that language, they say that's a no-no. So you're not supposed to use that type of language. Yeah, yeah. So you're supposed to be here trying to grow your community. You're connecting with people who, ideally, you connect with people who have a bio, who have they got rid of that username with all the numbers. They actually have a unique name and nickname. They have an image. It could be their photo. It could be flowers. It could be whatever you want. Your logo. But you want to make sure their page is optimized when you look at their profile, because their mini profile pops up. So if you want to connect with someone, you click their photo, their image. It shows their mini profile, and then you click follow. It says follow or follow back. If it says follow back, that means they already followed you. And then there's that at symbol. You click that at symbol next. And that's where you can put a comment in. And then you hit send. And so that's how you actually engage with people. But you want to be intentional about your efforts so that people are obviously going to connect back with you and engage back. Unfortunately, some of these TikTok creators teach to use those very phrases that shouldn't be used. I know, I know, I know, because they're all about themselves. They're not here to teach you. They're all about themselves, and so you don't want that. You want people to come in your room. Um, I don't think she's in here today. Dr. Peg. Dr. Peg is the one that said her room got flagged that way. So she said she got because someone kept using that word, and TikTok said fake engagement. So she got a message. I'm back. Went to do all the morning support. Thank you so much. Is mine okay? What do you mean? Is your bio okay? Um, yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. Yeah. Um, I talk about branding. I talk about branding. I talk about my subscription. Actually, one of my subscriptions, I have 3 plans, is a profile review. So with that, you will get support on how to make sure your brand, your name, your nickname, and your bio aligns with your brand and resonates ideally with who you think your target audience is. And then your content should also connect to that. Okay, should also align. There should be symmetry. And so you want to think about your content pillars, the things that you will post that also speaks to your brand. And obviously the words in your bio. Hello, Cool J. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining the morning live. Interesting. Yeah, ideally you want to do that. So what I teach, here's what I teach you guys. Let me say this out loud because I don't mince words. This is my go live with ease. This is my level up conversation. So you guys are not my nervous, scared, afraid, shy folks. You shouldn't be. I know some of you are. But what I teach is that I want you to make sure if you are going live, you are talking to your target audience, you are offering them a solution, whether it is your consultations, your physical products that you have, maybe you have digital products you're offering, maybe you're offering coaching, whatever you're doing, you want to be a solution to your audience. So that means you need to know who your audience is. Now, what is that audience demographic? What is their psychographic, how they think, what they feel, what their values are, and then what are their pain points? What are they struggling with? What are they challenged by? And you offer a solution to them. So if you are really talking to your audience and they are getting to know, like, and trust you, they will support you. They will feel as if you are the person they needed to come in their room to your room to learn from or grow from or get your solution. So this depends on what your topic is. So the words in your bio actually should speak to your target audience. It should be a part of your brand. Okay, so all of that needs to make sense. I mean, be aligned. Great, I'm in. I didn't know I'm going because this is a whole nother world. Hey, this is the beginning. I tell you guys, practice makes progress. I'm gonna talk about my TikTok shop journey in a second because I am new to that world and I'm learning a lot and I'm growing. But recognize your day one is not gonna be like your day 10 or your day 20 or your day 41 or in my case 5 months into this. So I can go back. You said I'm new too. I can go back to my post that I did 4 or 5 months ago, and I can see the growth that I made. I'm a totally different person. This whole process has helped me to articulate and connect and talk and engage in a way that I have never done before, and I absolutely love it. And so I just say, just do it, just do it. So yes, you say yes. Thank you so much. So Dr. H, you are in the room too. So if my friends Caroline, Celine, Hart, and Joy, not Dr. H, you're new. Anybody else new in the room? Just put new in the chat if you are new. Because I was sharing, D Graham, just do it. That's it. Just do it. Look at the stuff because we love Dr. Lisa. Dr. Lisa cares. Yes, I do care, y'all. I don't know about these other live hosts. You know what? They had me on a soapbox yesterday. But like I said, I want y'all to make sure that you are going to rooms that are supporting you in your growth. And if you go into rooms, I'm going to say two things. If you're going to rooms, don't be scared. Cool J, I'm new, first time coming in. Thank you so much, friend. How you doing, Cool J? And so if you are going to those other rooms, just understand what you're going into, what you're going there for, okay? So you want to be going there for an intentional purpose, okay? Just like I told you, your viewers are going to come to your room because they want your solution. They want that thing from you. Understand why you go into those rooms. And not all rooms are for you. I'm just going to say that out loud. Not all rooms is for everybody, okay? Thank you so much. She said, I'm good. Yes, we do love Dr. Lisa. Let you do is scared. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. You guys are so sweet. So you said that's real. You said that's real. That is so real. I know. I say this. I know I'm not for everybody. Okay. And I know everybody ain't for me. So if I know that to be the case, then hey, that is the case. And there's certain rooms where, what they're offering or what they're providing, you just have to take it for what it's worth. And so you just gotta recognize, hello, live legion friend. How are you, friend, coming in? Thank you so much, friend. You just gotta take it for what it's worth and just recognize that, okay, I'm here for my particular purpose, okay? Or you get out. Okay? That's the other thing. Just leave. Just leave. Okay? Are you doing the TikTok shop in the same account as this one? Glow Getter Shop. Actually, thank you for asking. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And Live Legion is in the room. That is my live host agency. So my TikTok shop host, a TikTok shop live host agency. And I had a different account. It's an account that I start off. So if I've shared my story before, um, I started off with a faceless account. So I was like, I don't know about showing my face. I don't know about this TikTok shop thing or this TikTok thing being on the app that way. And so I was really trying to fill it out. And so that's the account that I learned a lot. I grew quite a bit over there too, but I learned a lot from it. And so that account, because I've started doing this account and being face forward, this is kind of like the new year, new me type approach to life. I've been poured into this account. So that account was actually being neglected over the last couple months. I really haven't posted a lot. I think I posted once or twice, and really in the last 5 months, it's probably been like 4 posts that I've done. So I have not posted a lot over there. So I realized, okay, I'm not paying attention to that account. I need to think about it differently. And I came across Jessica from Live Legion, and she says she's doing this particular agency for a TikTok shop. And I've always been intrigued by shop. I recognize shop does take work, so I'm gonna talk about that, y'all, because I'm doing my third shop for this week. It does take some time and effort, um, but I wanted to make sure I wanted to make sure I was being intentional about activating that account again. And this was part of what I decided to do, to rebrand it, make it my TikTok shop account. It had TikTok shop access on it, and so I just made it that focus. And I'm doing it, y'all. So I'm doing it. I'll talk more about it. I need to finish about my blue boxes for my people coming in. How you doing, Mama Cougar? Thank you so much. You are beautiful. Appreciate you. I appreciate you, host. I appreciate you, friend. And so let's do this. I want to talk about the blue boxes real quick because I said there's things that you can do. We talked about commenting, we talked about tapping, we talked about sharing the live. Now, good. I would like to get more on TikTok shop per shop. Per mom shops. Yes, we're gonna. I'll transition and talk about it. And then Jess, if you're in the room still, if you are still taking spots, put it in the chat for us. If you want to talk, you're more than welcome to, friend, as well. So just let me know. But put in the chat, if nothing else, how your agency is still taking applications, if your agency is still taking applications or not. Um, the other thing I was going to say, coins. So we talked about engagement, free support. I'm still taking applications. There we go. There we go. Great. I'm at a point where I need an agency to move forward. Yes, glow. That was my struggle. And I will say this. Um, so Live Host, TikTok Shop Live Host Agencies is a different agency program than the Creator Network program, which is here. As a live host, there's agencies here that you can work with that's not TikTok Shop. I'm currently with Gravitas Q. I did put in my 30-day notice though, because I made a conscious decision that I needed to move on, because it wasn't serving me in the way I needed it to. So those agencies are different. That's the Creator Network program. They're kind of for the entertainment focus. You hear people talking about the battling. That's what Gravitas focuses on quite a bit. And then you have TikTok Shop agencies. And so what I say, I know a little bit about TikTok Shop. I don't know a lot about it. I know a little bit to be dangerous because I had this account and I had the other account, and I had done some shoppable videos, but by no means was I an expert. I just understood the mechanics of getting accepted, just like here we're going live. I understand how the algorithm works. And so I'm able to speak to it, and people will get TikTok Shop access because there's certain things you need to do and not do in order to get it, and get it ideally quickly. Thank you so much, Bloom. So I was able to bring that information here for people so they can get access. Now, when it comes to doing shoppable lives, doing TikTok shoppable videos, that's so I have a lot of learning to do there, and I'm still learning. And so what I realized is that I needed support. I don't know what I don't know, and I'm a big proponent of, you know what? If you don't know something, surround yourself around people who do. Make sure you are getting the right coaching. Make sure you are getting mentorship. I said earlier that my PhD is in leadership and education, but my dissertation topic was on mentorship because I understand the value of having the right team, the right people, the people who are going to elevate me, the people who are going to tell me what I don't know. Okay? Because you don't know what you don't know. And so they're going to say, hey, here's what you need to do. Here's the way you need to think about this. And so I'm a strong proponent of that. And so honestly, that's why I offer services the way I do, because I recognize there's a lot of things that people just need to make sure you got the right coaching and team around you. Okay. Thank you so much. Let me catch on some comments. Do you need two? If you have a live agency, then add shop. Do you add a TikTok shop agency? To answer your question, you cannot have two agencies. So, which kind of came to the decision, a little part of the decision that I wanted to activate that other account because I'm still with Gravitas on this account. So I could not go with just Live Legion on this account because that's two different agencies. Even though it's different topics, you're still going live with TikTok Shop. And so right now their policy is that you can't have two agencies on the account. Now with my other account, I don't have an agency with that other account. I wasn't doing much with that account. So I was able to put TikTok Shop with that account, which goes to the other reason. So I needed the other account to go with an agency because I have one here. The other reason why I went with that account is that both of these accounts have TikTok Shop. However, TikTok Shop is a whole thing. And if you are doing shoppable content and videos, the algorithm is paying attention to that. So if I wanted to stay focused on this page as Dr. Lisa, where I talk about branding, going live, monetization, to add TikTok Shop would have thrown the algorithm off. Okay, so just think about it from that perspective. Depending on what your topic is, your niche, you might be able to fold in some shoppable content and products that align with what you're talking about. So maybe you're a fitness expert and you are doing fitness equipment and other health and nutrition products and stuff. Makes sense. Do TikTok shop on your account. You could do that. You might be some little bit of a hiccup here and there depending on how TikTok responds to your content, but you can do that because it aligns with your niche. You're talking about working out, talking about exercising. Here's some equipment. Here's some protein shakes, some other stuff that you might want to do. Totally makes sense. But if you're talking about someone like me, and then I'm talking about beauty products and I'm talking about other things, wellness stuff, then not so much. And I'm talking about tech products. Tech products make sense for going live, and so I can do that on this page. But I'm looking at making that whole page shoppable products and maybe a variety of a couple different niche tech, beauty, and wellness is what I'm focusing on. So again, having a second page just for TikTok Shop is the best practice, just for that reason. Not wanting you to confuse the algorithm. Is Live Illusion only for shopping lives? It is shoppable. Is TikTok Shop part of her uh, business support? Is helping you with shoppable lives. Her business coaching support. She's supporting you as you think about going live and doing shoppable lives because TikTok is investing a lot of time and effort with building that out. TikTok shoppable lives. That's what they're trying to do as a other business growth proposition to say, okay, you know what, we need people to start showcasing these products so that they can get seen. And there's brands and sellers that are really putting a lot of brand dollars and stuff, marketing dollars towards their products. So recognizing that's why you're doing the shop. And so she understands being a live host, she can bring that to the table. And then she's in meetings because she's part of an accelerator program for TikTok shoppable lives, TikTok shop lives that she's learning a lot from what brands are saying they want and how to structure these your live your shoppable live correctly. So that's what she's teaching. Jess, are you still in the room? Let me know if you're still in the room, friend. I'm explaining this. Let me know if I'm going about this right. I think I am. I've heard enough from it, so I think I have it all down. Hope everyone day is going well. Thank you so much, friend. How are you? Yeah, I need a whole one-on-one because this seems like a whole underworld. It is from just watching. Okay, no, not sure I need a shopping agency yet. Yeah, you may not. It just depends on where you feel like you're at in the process. I'm here and driving with Stargal. You are doing well. Thank you so much. That's right. You're doing your mother-daughter activity. Awesome. That's right. You did say that. Submit your application. Link in the bio. Yes. Okay. Okay. So, um, so with that, I adore Jessica because she. So here's what I will say. Jessica, her agency, Live Legion, is for the beginner. the novice, the person who is just trying to figure this out, the person who don't have it all. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a novice, okay? Even though I know a little bit, I don't know it all. And I don't know, this is a whole new area for me. And so she is giving a lot of, she's adding a lot of value. She's offering a lot of training, a lot of support. I appreciate it. There's a whole Discord where she is constantly dropping information. She does one-on-one coaching. She will literally, it's literally a phone call where she is telling you what you need to do and how you get set up, especially as you look into rebranding your page and making sure you're set up for success. So just recognize, depending on what you're looking for, what you're trying to get out of this experience on TikTok, she's a person that can help you get there. Now, I say this and I make sure I am not mincing words. She can give you all the support, all the resources, but if you are not looking at the Discord, if you are not looking at all the materials, if you are not investing the time, effort, and energy into TikTok Shop, then it's all for nothing. So it does take you. It is a work, y'all. I'm gonna say that it is work. I don't mince words about that, but it will pay off. And even going live, I can attest to that. Going live, it's not easy. It takes you out of your comfort zone. And so if you do it though, and you do it consistently, and you are engaging, you will see your growth. I just told you earlier, I've grown over the last few months. You will see your growth. You will see people come support you. It's going to be moments where you're frustrated about, oh, my room ain't the way it should be, or I'm not getting the support, or no one's doing this, or no one's engaging. All those things, you're going to go through that phase, and then you'll have a breakthrough. Things will get better. People will engage. And you're going to look at your analytics. You're going to look at the things that you could have been doing differently. There's Live Academy. There are live host agencies that give training. Gravitas Q, even though I'm leaving that agency, I will say their training up front was really good. So you can absolutely work with an agency and get support and get the information you need. But what I will say about TikTok Shop is just that you got to take advantage of what you have in front of you. So you want to make sure that you're doing the work on your part, because it does take some effort. Okay, so really quickly, let's do this. Hey, Doc, I hope you're having an amazing day. Thank you so much, Diamond. How are you, friend? I see you. I see you. I appreciate you joining. So let's do this. TikTok is TikToking the room. So if any of my friends, my newbie friends who are still in the room, Heart and Joy, Celine, um, Dr. J, we had Carolyn, Cool J, all those people if you're still in the room, thank you so much, Live Legion. If you are still in the room, let me know, because I want to talk really quickly about blue boxes. I know I went in a different direction real quick, but let me talk about making sure you have the right um, support when it comes to understanding the blue boxes. Anybody I name, and maybe you guys have gone on, we're going to share out the live too. If you've gone on, I totally get it, because we went in a couple different directions. So I want to make sure you guys are getting it from that way. So getting information. Hello, Angela. How are you? Love you so much, Dr. Lisa. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And so, and how are your lives going? Let me know how your lives are going. So if you are still in the room, friend, thank you. So I guess my new friends probably they moved on. Wanted to make sure I supported them. I never got to the blue boxes for them. All right, that's all right. So we're fine, y'all. We won't get blue boxes unless you need to hear about the blue boxes. Let me know, friends. I want to make sure I say that for anybody who needs it. But it seems like everybody in the room, you're good. Greetings, get ready to go live now. Look at you. Congratulations. Congratulations. Okay, friends, let's do this. Couple things, because I'm gonna have a hard stop by noon. I'll probably even do sooner than noon. How you doing, Micah? You said new here. New here. Hello, friend. Malika, is that it, Malika? Thank you so much for joining. Malika, I'm gonna give you some homework, friend. I'm gonna give you some new homework. Thank you for liking the live. Um, with that being said, you need to have words in your bio. That's your homework. So homework means that I want you to go in and write some keywords so TikTok knows who you are, what you're all about, and then you get categorized. And so when you get categorized, TikTok is able to say, okay, this her content or this person's content is going to be about this particular topic or niche. And so people who are looking for that, they can send it to them. Ideally, your content aligns with that. So put some words there. It also helps people when they're in your live or you're in their live that they can know who you are and what you're about. And so that's how you get other followers because people will look at your bio. Live hosts will look at it as well. So you want to make sure you have words there. How do I do the sticker that you have showing? That is a sticker. If you click enhance, it will show you options like that effects. That's the hand hard. You can also click sticker. You can erase what's there and type in what you want. TikTok has to approve it, so you got to make sure it's within the parameters of what TikTok approves. And then it's only about 30 characters, so it's a limit on what you can write. So yeah, so that's what's there. Um, Give me 1 second. Chat later, everyone. Thank you so much. Bestie engaged. Thank you, E Nice. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Definitely make sure you're engaging as well. They have a lot of followers for no bio. I'm jealous. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, some people, I mean, you're being very intentional about your growth strategy, friend. Some people, they out here. I went on the tangent about the grow rooms, but yeah, if you figure you can follow 200 people a day, within a week or so, you could be closer to 1,000, depending on how those people engage back with you and follow you back. So you really could, actively engage and have your numbers pretty high. So it's just a matter of how you want your growth strategy. Being intentional matters, especially if you're trying to figure out, okay, if I'm going to be very niche specific, then I want to be intentional about who I'm following and then who obviously who is following me, because as I produce content, it's going to be to people who want to see my content. So that's a strategy as well. So I get your friend. If you're being slow and steady and making sure you're being deliberate, right? That doesn't mean that they're going to engage my content or live. Yes, that's it. That's it. That's it. It says got to run, going live. Good job. Awesome. What time is? Oh yeah. Awesome. So, okay, so let's say this. Let's do this real quick, because as you guys know, I'm heading to the opera. I am heading to the opera, so I won't be on for super long. I have to finish getting dressed and make sure I get there on time and get this hubby of mine ready to go. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna see if I can come back at 4. But you all know I am doing the TikTok shop, so I talked about that a little earlier, only because well, Jess came in the room, so that made me digress to that sooner. But TikTok shop has been I've done 2 lives. Somebody asked this earlier. I've done 2 lives. It was Thursday and Friday, and so today is my third one, Saturday. And I've made sales, y'all. I'm cheering for myself. I'm pleased. I made 2 sales per day, which was good. And again, like I said, practice makes progress. That's what this is all about. I'm going to get better. I'm going to improve. I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot about my content creation, especially for shoppable videos. Jessica had a great Live Legion. I got to say the agency name. She had a great training that happened yesterday, and it was some nuggets that I learned about what I need to do differently with my content. So that was good, as well as profit equals profit progress. Yes. I love that. Faceless thoughts. How are you, friend? Thank you so much for being here. But yeah, it's getting better. So I'm figuring this out. I learned I need to, and Jessica, I don't know if you're still in the room or not, but I know I need to go desktop version. So there's a live manager. I need to figure that out. So that's going to be my task this evening. I'm going to see if I can work through that today. My tablet is okay. It's effective. But it's not what I want to, it's not where I want to be. So I need to figure out that so I can really have a little bit more command of the room, my table, my space. I feel like I'm confined. So it's almost like when you think about me being live this way, I'm on a tablet, so it's a little bit bigger of a space. But if I can be showing from a desktop, it allows a more wider space that I can move around in. And so we'll see how that works. But that's something I'm paying attention to. And that's what this is all about. It's about learning because at the end of the day, you're going to do this and then you're going to say, okay, let me take each piece of this and learn and grow each day. So it's not about having it perfect out the gate. I don't even talk about perfection because what will happen, and I'm just going to be honest with you, TikTok going to change the game on you. TikTok is going to all of a sudden say, oh no, the daily heart me. You now need to claim your points. That's something they're doing now. Now you need to make sure you claim your points before you leave a room. And so the algorithm is going to change in certain ways. So you're going to always have to adapt and learn and grow. There'll be some new rules that you have to follow. You're going to have to adapt to that. So I don't think you should strive for perfection. You just kind of keep taking that information in and making sure that you make the necessary tweaks and then you continue to get better. So right now I'm posting videos. I'm averaging about one a day. I want to get to the point where I'm doing maybe 3 or 4 a day. That's the goal. Now, I don't know how that looks with me finding the time to do it, but I'm going to figure it out because I'm going to get faster. I'm going to get better. I'm not going to have to do a lot of thinking about all the little details I need to do because it's going to come second nature. How do I drive people to my live and my niche 9 to 5 digital marketing? How do you drive people to your live and your niche 9 to 5 digital marketing? Um, Really quickly, a lot of what, when you talk about driving people to your live, a lot of it starts even before your live. Okay, so you want to make sure you have the right people following you. You want to make sure you're engaging in content that is about your topic, maybe content that is relevant to your target audience. So that way you are able to engage with those individuals, especially the viral worthy. I just posted about this. If you go about six posts in, you'll see the one I talk about viral content. Um, Click that because that's going to give you a little bit more context of what I'm talking about here. But essentially, you want to make sure you are in those comments, looking at content that is aligned with your topic, because that's how it's going to feed your For You page. As you watch that content, maybe spend 20, 30 minutes engaging with that, watching a video, commenting from the bottom up, sharing it, reposting it, saving it, all those things, and then in the comments, commenting something that's relevant to your topic, digital marketing. In this case, we'll say 9 to 5 digital marketing, and then engaging with the people in those comments because those people are your potential target audience because they have a similar interest. They could be other digital marketers, but they may need your product because they're like, now I understand digital marketing, but I want it from a this specific type of digital marketing product that you're offering. So it's going to require you to engage on that front end as much as possible. And then when you come to your live, what I tell people to do before you go live, if you get into the practice of doing an event, a live event where you schedule it out so people know you're going live. These are things I need to start doing more often myself. I have gotten a little away from that, and TikTok is reminding me, look here, girl. You need to go back to the basics. You need to make sure you are promoting your live, you are communicating to people, you are doing all the things. So you want to schedule live events. You want to post about it, promote that you're going live on that topic so people know you're doing that. You want to make sure that you are putting it in your story because your stories are your followers. So if you have the right followers, they're going to be intrigued about your live. Then you can put a note as well. So those are things to market and promote that you're going live. Then, so tell people you're going. Yes, yes, absolutely. And then you want to make sure when you come live, because I tell you this is the algorithm. Talk about your topic. Make sure you're saying the words because the algorithm's going to listen to you. Now, here's what's going to happen too. It's going to take a while. It's not going to happen overnight. And this is where people sometimes give up, not realizing that, hey, that breakthrough is about to happen. So I say give it 30 days. I just posted about this. I say give it 30 days. Give it 30 days so that you understand and TikTok understands what you're doing and trying to make sure that you are committed to the process. So if you give it 30 days, you'll start seeing that transformation, especially if you're showing up daily at the same time. I tell people all the time, if you have a favorite restaurant, you love the food, you love the ambiance, you love everything about it, the wait staff, the service, everything you love about it. But every time you go there, they're closed. They're not there. The hours are different. All that matters to people because people are like, okay, I expect for you to be here, but you're not here. Okay, so you want to make sure that the algorithm knows that you're going to be here as well as your viewers. Okay, so be consistent. I go live spontaneous. I will, yes, Frank, you can't do that. Yeah, you can't be spontaneous. You got to make this, if you're going to be committed to this process, you are teaching TikTok, just like I said, going to that FYP and searching your topic. You are teaching TikTok what you want to see. You're teaching them that. They're seeing. They're like, okay, all right, I got you. You want to see digital marketing stuff? All right, I got you. Oh, you want to market to people who are beginners and they're maybe the age of 40 plus. Okay, I got you. I'm going to show you some of that content too. So you want to be intentional about who's your audience, and what your topic is, and make that part of your feed. Okay, and so when you go live, you're talking to that audience. You're welcoming people. You're engaging with them. You're helping them understand that you are their solution. Okay, because they didn't realize that, you know maybe they didn't realize they had a problem, or they were challenged, or maybe they did and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm happy I'm here because I've been looking for this solution. That's how you want to make people feel. So you want to talk to them so they know you're the business, you're the one that they need to talk to. Same every day. Yeah, yeah, same time every day. That's it. I need to figure a better time. That's it. Your timing matters. So only follow people in your niche. That is a strategy. That is a strategy. Um, I don't follow it fully. I don't follow it at all, really, y'all. But people do that. And that is a strategy because then again, you're telling TikTok, this is all I want. This is all I want to see. These are people. And if you're following the influencers and then you're sending and re-sharing and reposting their content, TikTok again sees that. It's like, oh, okay, this is what you want. All right. So you want to be intentional about that. That's, like I said, it's a strategy. People do it. It becomes challenging when you become a live host because you have to well, I think it's challenging for me. I'm not gonna say that is a blanket thing, but you want to support your supporters. So it becomes a little challenging. So you figure I follow upwards of almost 400 people. The max you can follow as a following is 10,000. So you want to be mindful of that number too, because you don't want to follow 10,000 people. But there are people who keep their numbers under 100, under 200 in terms of who they are following because they're being very specific to their topic, to their niche, and they're letting TikTok know that. Yeah, yeah. So that is a strategy. Hello, cutie pie time. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your friends. A bit. How are you, friend? Coach Miss Jessie, thank you for joining. Nurse, I appreciate it. You said yes, not overnight. No, no, no. I'll tell people I'm going. There you go, friend. Yes, you are. Let me know if you have any other questions. Wow, that's amazing. Great tips. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm going on after 9 p.m. However, I have to get on earlier in the day. Yeah. Well, you trying to create another time slot? Is that what you're doing, Social Nana? You're trying to create another time slot. Um, so people do that too. So you want to make sure. So if you are new to my room, let me know. I typically, Malika, are you still in the room? You might have left, friend. You're like, Dr. Lisa, I just go all over the place. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. So you're gonna have 2 a days. That's awesome. That's good. Yes. So grow rooms are not good then. I don't think they're bad. I just think you just have to be there with intentionality about what you're doing. What's the purpose? How you doing? Curated by Holly Q. Appreciate your friend. I don't think they're bad. I don't think they are. You got to be careful. I jokingly say, if you lay down with dogs, you wake up with fleas. So not to be mean to people, but certain people, they haven't optimized their profile. They are not trying to follow you back. They unfollow you. It's a whole hot mess. So I hear you. Yeah, yeah. So it could be problematic. However, if you have a goal, maybe you need 1,000 followers to get a clickable link in your profile. And so for you, you don't need that because you're over 1,000, but that might be someone's goal because they want to be able to showcase their products or their website. So you want a clickable link, you're trying to get 1,000 followers. Or if you're somebody like my friend Halaku who is trying to get um, TikTok shop on this new page, That might be a goal. So you want to be intentional about why you're going there. We got on a tangent yesterday. I got on a tangent, y'all. We didn't do it. I did it. So, um, DTE. Grow rooms are now coined as engagement rooms. They were previously known as grow rooms. Essentially, people are there. You go to a room. They're over. I say over 100. It depends on what's happening in a room. Maybe 200 followers. People are in there, and the chat is chatting. People are connecting. People are great. Tangent happen to all of us. They do. People are engaging. People are doing all the things, and essentially, let me show you an example, friend. So let's see. I'm gonna pin this comment because it's the last one I say. So people are doing this, so they're connecting with people. They're sending the gifts. The gifts are flowing. People are sending gifts. All the room, the chat is flowing. The chat is moving constantly because people are sharing a lot. They're liking a lot. They're connecting with each other. So the purpose of the room is for you to get new followers. That's the purpose. Again, I say when you go into these rooms, be careful. Make sure the person you're following and connecting with has a bio, has words in their bio, has gotten rid of the username and all the numbers. They have a profile image or picture of some sort. So you are able to see and connect. Make sure you don't use words like scoop and followed and gotcha, all those things. Hi, how are you doing? Nice to connect with you. Nice to meet you. Hey, new bestie. Use things that are truly that seems genuine engagement, not that fake engagement. And so what'll happen a lot of times, people won't follow you back, people won't engage back, people will unfollow you when they leave. It's a whole mess. And some of the intentionality is that they were following, they got you as a follower, but they're trying to preserve their algorithm, so they're not just going to follow anybody, but they need the followers. So that happens too. So just understand when you go in those rooms, you got to know what you're getting. Okay. Um, and you just got to make sure you're being careful about how you are engaging. So maybe you do read the bios and you don't follow people who don't fit what you need. Maybe you go to a room that is a room for full of people who are people you want to connect with and engage with because they're part of your top. They have a similar interest as you. And so just recognize what you're getting when you do that. Okay. Hello, friends coming in. It's good, but I'm seeing how important authentic engagement is. It is. It is. If you want to really build a community of support, you need the right people to engage with your content, to support you, come to your live, do all the things. It is about that, you know. And so I want you all to understand that that's part of it. Part of it. There's enough people on this app for us all to be successful. Okay? There's enough people on this app for all of us to be successful. What it requires, though, and I say it all the time, TikTok, TikTok, it requires you to be engaging. It requires you to be consistent. It requires you to make sure you are looking and watching at content that matters to your topic, to your niche. It matters that you are engaging with other people's content in that way as well, under that same area. And then as you are going live, people will come and support you. You said, "Oh, you're saying." You laughing at what I say, friend? Which one? Um, Thank you so much. You guys are engaged, and that matters. So yes, yes, ma'am. Yeah, all of that matters. So I want you guys to make sure you're getting as much as possible um, from you get what you need from those grow rooms. At the end of the day, if you have a goal, you're like, okay, you know what? I just need 100 followers. Let me go ahead and do this because I need this clickable link. Or maybe I need TikTok shop. You want to make sure you're not following any banned accounts. And so you want to make sure that you're growing. And so that's why you do it, but don't make that a daily habit. And some of those rooms, I'm going to say this out loud because I said it yesterday, some of those rooms are not for you. They are not thinking about answering your question or engaging with you back. And the live host is ignoring because the chat's flying and people are not trying to really support your growth and understanding. So recognize those rooms for what they are. You get in, get out. Do I like videos because I post my own? Do I like videos before I post my own? That is a strategy. I always say that's a strategy. People do say you should engage in content, especially if the content is about your topic, because you're watching that video, you are engaging with that video, clicking the copy the link or sharing it out, reposting it, saving it, commenting. So you are watching that video all the way through. As you watch that video, if you spent 20, 30 minutes watching videos along your topic, you're telling the algorithm very clearly, I'm interested in this topic. And then you post about it. The algorithm typically will favor that, and it will, hopefully people will engage with your content. So it is a practice. I'm not guaranteeing it will work in your favor 100% of the time, but that is something that people do. I go faceless when I have to eat. I have to be consistent with my meds and meals. Oh, that's good. Okay, faceless. Okay, so it'll be a faceless live stream. Is that what you're saying? That makes sense. I like that. I love connecting your rooms. Real characters coaches is in here. Yeah, real creators coaches in here. Yes, I did it just to boost the new account a little, but they are a little annoying sometimes. Yes, those rooms, because it's like, hi guys, thanks DTE West, thank you for the rose. It's like over the top. I'm like, oh my gosh. The music is good sometimes, depending on the room you go into, but for the most part, it's like the yelling, the squeaky sounds, all the things they're doing. It's a lot. It is over the top. That's how I started. I wanted a clickable link. There we go. That's it. That's it. Good morning. Always as beautiful as ever. Thank you so much, Roll. Appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much. You teach with clarity. Thank you so much, Pastor Jesse. I appreciate that. Thanks so love. You're welcome. I finally catch up. What's that train with? Adele, thank you so much. I finally finally caught me. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yes, that's right. Yes, they will keep sending you those rooms once you get into one. Yes, yes. Again, you told the algorithm you are interested in that. The whole teamwork, all that stuff. It sends you nothing but those rooms in your feed. Yep. Most of the time, I am on visually. Yes. Yeah, you turn the sound off. Oh, that heart was great. What heart was great? My heart was great. Yes, you needed to do the daily heart, me friend. Okay. Yes, you hadn't been here in a while. They said, you ain't been to see Dr. Lisa. You need to brighten up your heart. Yeah, so if you haven't gotten your daily heart, me click your daily heart, me claim your points also. I'm gonna stay on a few more minutes. I'm a moderator for an account. He's B level. What gets him to A level higher in targets? Say that again. Your moderator, what gets him to A level? More diamonds. More diamonds means that his room has to be activated and engaging. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I mean, battling, that's the one they say. That's the quick way they say get to the next levels to do battles. I'm not a battler like that. I said I was going to try to do maybe a battle once a month. I did one for May already. I did one last week for Mother's Day. But yeah, so that will get you there because the whole battle culture will get you over to the next level. But battling is what they suggest to do. Otherwise, you got to make sure you're doing some special event. What is a battle? I shouldn't have said that. He's like, what is a battle? He's just starting doing battles. Yeah, so the battle is going to help as he grows his community. You got to have a community. You only can battle if you have people to support your battle. So that's part of it. Or if you go to a box battle or a room that allows for you to come up as a guest and start battling. So he would have to be intentional about battling, getting supporters, building his community. If he's B, he's already built a nice following. If you're a moderator, enjoy battles, they are fun. It is fun. I don't knock them. It is fun. How to claim the points as a guest. Roll. You get the points when you go into the box. They come to you under monetization. You gotta have you gotta have a PayPal account. So when you go to your monetization, you'll see a balance based on what you've collected as a guest. So you have to have a PayPal account for TikTok to send you that money. Battling really quickly, DTE. Battles are those competitions. They're typically 5 minutes, 5 minute competition. You and another live host um, are competing. It's the traditional method. So you against another live host, and you're in your room, they're in their room, and you guys are competing for the most points. Okay, the most points come in those 5 minutes because your room is tapping the screen. They're sharing the live, they're commenting, and they're gifting. So in battles, people gift at a higher level that they normally don't do. You know what I'm saying? So they're gifting gifts that they normally don't send out. And so that's why you battle. I mean, if you're strategic about it, you announce it, you make sure your community comes to support you, it becomes a big event. It's that type of stuff. And then people do friendly battles where they just pick up a battle really quickly, and then all of a sudden, people are there to support. Good morning, Suddenly Susan. And so there's other formats. There's box battles. There's some other things that people do. Team battles. Yay! Thank you so much. You're welcome, friend. Yes. So really quickly, I'm gonna have to get off in like 10, 15 minutes. Why did I get into this TikTok world? You know what, friend? You um you depend on what you're doing. I mean, I'm looking at your bio. You're doing dog training. You got into it for the community. You got into it for the support. You got into it to grow your business. And I'm gonna say this right now. There's a lot of money to be made on TikTok. There is. Thank you so much. You're welcome, friend. If I go, say this faceless, you said, if I go a digital marketing live, do I interact with them in there? If you go to a digital marketing live, do you interact with them in there? Yes. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? In the comments. Yeah, why wouldn't you? You're in the comments too? You're a viewer, or are you saying a guess? Good morning. How you doing, Regina? Yeah. Why wouldn't you? So let me say this. So my live, I teach. I offer consultations. I offer a bundle that's a digital marketing product. I am an affiliate for the Ultimate Branding Course UBC. You're in a live where I'm talking about all things digital products too. I talk about it from the perspective of physical or digital because I want you to understand when you go live and you're live streaming, you are in digital marketing. Okay, so you're funny. Thanks. You're welcome. So you are in digital marketing. So you're doing this if you're on TikTok, and so DTE. If you're on TikTok and you are thinking about content creation, you're looking at your brand, you're looking at maybe your business, and you're trying to grow it. You are operating under the digital marketing umbrella. So you're trying to brand yourself to your community. Ideally, you want to go viral so you reach more and more people. You might want to get brand deals where you're working with different companies to promote their products on your page, or if you have your own products you want to sell, you're selling them in this digital space. So, this is digital marketing. You are branding yourself as a content creator or as a live host. And so you just have to understand how you do that effectively so that you reach your audience, you can resonate with your audience, they will support you because you understand that demographic, their psychographic, and their pain points. So then essentially you're going to say, here's how I can support you, here's the solutions I offer, and people will want to continue to come back for your services or come back to get your information. So it's about, first of all, it's about branding, but second of all, it's about making sure you know what you're doing in terms of your product offering, what you're offering, but also how you do it in your content creation and in your live stream. Live hosting is awesome. When it comes to TikTok, TikTok pays you diamonds. But I even talk about this particular live to go above and beyond. So I talk about it from a digital products perspective because I want you to create that solution. And if you really understand the business model, you'll have a freebie that you create, you'll have your paid product, and then you will have maybe some additional things that you offer people, maybe consultations, a webinar, or some other things that you do. And so you're understanding, here's my topic, here's my audience, here's the niche that I'm engaging in. And then again, how do I do this in a way that I can be effective and I can grow? And then you can grow and get affiliate deals. Like I said, I'm an affiliate for UBC, or you can get an affiliate TikTok shop. I'm an affiliate for multiple products. I'm an affiliate for Stan. I'm an affiliate for Amazon. So you get those different products and affiliate relationships. You can promote those things too to people, and that's additional income for you. When you think about brands and working with them and promoting your content and sharing your content in a way where you're promoting a brand, you can definitely do that as well. So I want you to be intentional about what you're doing. Let's see. I want to provide solutions and pain points and sell without being salesy. Oh, if you are being authentic to your audience, it won't come off salesy. Let me say this. Did I just come off salesy? Let me know. Did I just come off salesy? I don't think I did. But at the end of the day, I'm always promoting and selling myself. You say no. I am promoting myself because if you really catch what I'm giving, you're getting a lot from me. And so you're saying, okay, well, and there's plenty of people who've done this. Like I want what she got. I want to get coaching from her. I want to get support from her because she knows what she's talking about. And so if you become that person, you said for real, yeah, absolutely not. Yeah, so and if you know what you're doing in a way that says, okay, here's what I'm offering, it won't come off as salesy. It won't. It won't. So, um, do you help create? Do you help create an active account step by step as a trainer? Say that again. Do I help an active account step by step as a trainer? So, you're so natural. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, friend. What I offer, so there's a couple different ways you can get support from me. And it's funny you say this because I'm actually working through my business model to offer coaching. So ongoing coaching. So what I do now is I consider it more consultation. So I offer one-on-one consultation. You can get two meetings for one purchase, two Zoom meetings, two 40-minute Zoom meetings. So that's one purchase. My bundle, I think that's the best value because I put you into an Instagram group chat. We are meeting over there. Actually, tomorrow, anybody who's in my group, I sent a message this morning. I'm doing our Zoom meeting tomorrow. So we'll have that tomorrow at 6:30. So anybody who's already in my group, I'm doing the Zoom meeting tomorrow. Um, I was just going to say that coach like Lisa, she doesn't sell, she provides value. That's it. Thank you so much, Wellness. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. But yeah, so I'm doing that tomorrow. Zoom for who? Anybody who has my bundle. I sent it in the group chat. So if you bought my bundle, and there's a lot of people who bought the bundle that's not in the group chat. So I want to make sure you get in the group chat because that's where I've been communicating. But and I sent an email. So everybody got an email this morning from me. And I sent it in the group chat. So, E-Nurse, did you buy my bundle? You probably somebody that's not in the group chat. Are you in the group chat? It's the funny thing is, you say yes. Okay, awesome. Because the funny thing is, I see y'all TikTok names and then y'all real names be in other spaces, and I'm like, who? Wait a minute, let me see who this is. On IG, yes. Okay, friend. Um, Message me what your real name is, or put a message in the group chat so I can say like, oh, okay, now I get it. I'll make the connection. But with that, you'll probably say your name. I was like, okay, yes, I know. But with the Dr. Lisa, what is in the bundle? The bundle is, I consider the bundle my starter kit. So this is for people who are trying to figure this space out when it comes to um, getting. Let me do this. Let's click my photo because I'm going to take you to the bundle. I'm going to walk you through it. I'm going to walk you through it in like 10 minutes so I can show you exactly what's in it. But I consider it my starter kit. So it's a digital marketing 101 course. It is a branding masterclass. It's a Canva mastery. You also get a playbook that walks you through the next 30 days of how to, in my coaching, you're going live. You're going live consistently. And then you are on the back end building your solution. You're creating your product because you're going live and you're learning from your audience. So you're creating your products, whether it's a physical product or a digital product. Ideally, obviously I talk about digital products because I want you to create that freebie. So you use Canva to help design that, Chat GPT or any AI to help design it really quickly. It also teaches you understanding the fundamentals of digital marketing. That magnet, that lead magnet is the freebie. It's also telling you about funnels, upselling, helping you understand what happens in this business and how to make sure you're successful. Then it also, yes, chapter and Canva, chat and Canva, yep. Chat GPT and Canva, yep. And I'm usually, my name is um, Mary Ann, yes. I said I knew I was gonna know it. Yes, how are you, friend? Yes. um, so the other thing that it's going to teach you is just understanding how to create additional products when you think about your free, your low ticket, your mid ticket, your high ticket product. Just understanding the model of digital marketing. Teach you about affiliate marketing. What does that mean to be an affiliate for our organization or company or a seller? And then teaching you a little bit about brand deals. How do you brand yourself as branding to resonate with your audience, but how do you seek out brands as well? So you want to do that intentionally. When it comes to branding yourself, it's going to teach you how to leverage Canva for those visual things that you need to have, your logo, your colors, your fonts, all the things that's going to speak to your audience to say, okay, I see this person, I know who they are, and this is a person I can connect with. And then Canva itself, because Canva is like the number one software, design software out there for people, and they've kind of created a new space for themselves because they're using AI quite a bit. So you just need to know how to do a good prompt, and then you can end up having a great design. So Canva is awesome. It helps you with, has templates for doing brand media kits. It has templates for helping with branding your TikTok or your YouTube. So all that's in there. So let's do this. I want to make sure. Okay, I'm sorry. I was looking at something. I wonder why that changed. Interesting. Interesting. I'm on my it just made me say YouTube, and YouTube's changed a little bit. So interesting. All right. So let's do this. If you click my photo up here, thank you for explaining. You're welcome. If you click my photo up here, I'm going to take you to the screen. I'm going to go about 10 minutes. I'm going to do this because I have to head out. I told y'all I'm going to the opera. So I'm going to head outside and get dressed and make sure my husband's not waiting on me. Thank you so much. How you doing, Nikki? Click my photo. My mini profile pops up. If you click it again, my main, thank you so much. My main profile pops up, and then it'll take you to my screen here. We're going to click my stand store. Hey, how you doing? And so I'm going to walk you through my stand store. And again, if you get the bundle, you'll be invited to the Zoom meeting tomorrow. We're just going to walk through. It's my way of making sure I keep on top of people to make sure you are doing what you need to do. My bundle is normally $127. I have it on sale just for this meeting. So you can grab it. We're going to walk through it in a second. It's $57 just for this meeting. Like I said, it comes with all those products, and it also gives you access to my Instagram group chat, and it gives you access to me because just how I'm talking to you, I love Instagram because TikTok doesn't do this, but you can talk. You can talk to people in the DMs. You can send voice memos just like I'm talking here. You can also send what is it? You send voice memos. You can also send video messages. You can do text messages. All that is inside Instagram. So you can quickly ask me a question, and that's what people do. They'll have a quick question about their live journey, and I can respond quickly back to you. Or you can say, hey, Dr. Lisa, can we meet really quickly? I meet with people individually. So if you're someone who says, okay, I'm not understanding something or I need help with this, we'll jump on a Zoom meeting and have a conversation. So you get access to me that way. I do these monthly meetings as another way to get access to me. The question about step-by-step support, the bundle, I offer guidance in that way, but I am going to offer a more structured coaching because I want to make sure, especially my people who are doing this and they're really trying to make a go at it, and they're trying to think about how do you do this effectively. You know, I know you have the nerves up front, but there is strategy surrounding how do you do it, and you're being intentional about reaching out to your audience. So I gave some tips earlier, but there's even more things you want to think about. So with that, I'm going to look at creating a I'm trying to charge my phone, a coaching um, group coaching process too. So for people. Okay, so that's going to be something else I try to roll out probably in the next couple of weeks. I'm trying to get through this TikTok shop beginner phase so I can dedicate some time and space for the coaching model I want to devise for people. Really quickly, UBC, I talked about the Ultimate Branding course. Grab the sneak peek if you're interested in it. I can give you some more information. UBC is a course. It's a whole system. It is 54,000 people that are on the school platform. I'm an affiliate. If you get UBC, you become an affiliate. It has 85% resale. So if you commission rather, so if you resell it, you get 85% commission for the cost. So that's a perk. I tell people what's inside UBC is the true benefit because I use it all the time. It has shop, TikTok live hosting strategy, 2 hours and 18 minutes of how to become an effective live host to sell in particular, as well as YouTube, Instagram. They love Instagram. So all that's there. And then I have, really quickly, I have a group chat also on Instagram just for my UBC people. So I don't want you to buy a course and you don't feel like you got any information support. I'm not a person where you're going to buy a course and I go away. So you get a course from me, you get access to me. I continue to help you and support you because you're a part of my UBC community. And then same thing with the Instagram for my launch your income. The other couple products I have in here is my checklist. So for people who are looking to go live, you might want to just grab the checklist so you can have information about what to do before you're live, during your live, and after you're live. Specifically during your live when you think about engagement strategies. And then you also have my people who are like, okay, I don't know what to talk about. I don't know who's my target audience. I'm trying to figure that out. I use ChatGPT. I have about 20 different prompts that's in here, but I use it to help understand how to go live and how to make sure your live is a success. Okay. So, and then my people who are like, okay, Dr. Lisa, I don't need all that stuff. I got my own things that I want to talk to you about. You can meet with me. So there, I do one-on-one um, consultations. So you can meet with me. This is a 2-for-1 package. So you get 2 meetings for the price of one. Essentially, we'll meet initially. You can schedule that. And then I say within the next 30 days, let's meet again. So you'll have to, we'll set up a follow-up meeting for us. And then the last thing in here is my nervous, shy people, how to make sure you're feeling support. So that's in there. So I want you all not to overthink this process. This is a whole workbook. It's really a mindset workbook, more so than a goal setting. Because the first, pretty much most of the pages until you get to the last 2 pages is all about shifting your mindset. Because people overthink things. Thanks for all the information. You're welcome, friend. People overthink things. You often don't take action because you're like, okay, this analysis becomes paralysis, and you're constantly like, okay, what should I do next? What should I not do? Do I need to have it perfect? And you just don't take action. Okay. At what stage in your journey should we consider meeting with you one-on-one, before we start or after? So people, let me say it 2 different ways. I've had both ways. So to be honest with you, I've had both ways. People who come to this live are already interested in the monetization piece of it. They're just trying to figure out how to get started. So the bundle really becomes your starting point because it's going to give you those mini courses. It's going to give you the information, essentially the toolkit to be successful. However, you also get access to me. And so you get the toolkit and you start doing the courses. And I tell people week 1, I want you to do the courses. Let me click this actually. I'll break it down here. So this is the description. So I tell you week 1, I want you to do the courses because it's going to give you the fundamental information that you need. Okay. I don't know if my sticker's in the way, but it's going to give you the fundamental information you need. Then I say, okay, if you need to meet with me in a more intensive way, we can schedule that first meeting. I don't charge for that because the bundle is access to me. But if you need some ongoing support, and that's what I realized, people are starting to need more ongoing support. Maybe it's just the encouragement, maybe it's more strategy conversation. So that's why I'm going to create the coaching piece because I think that's where a lot of people are feeling a little bit more a need to talk through and strategize. So, but if you're somebody who's like, okay, Dr. Lisa, I already got my own stuff. I know what I need to do. I need to talk to you because I want to see some different tips and strategies you have. Maybe that's a one-on-one consultation. Okay. So that's probably the one-on-one consultation. Just depends on where you're at in the journey and where you're at in terms of your proficiency to get started. I know there's several of us that was, we bought maybe another course. So it's not UBC. Maybe you bought another digital marketing course, RBA, DWA, DBA, legacy, roadmap, whatever it is. You bought something else and you're like, I want to use it because I spent this money on it, but then I don't know how to use it. And so those are the meetings I have too. So I meet with a lot of people that way as well because they're like, okay, I know I need to be doing something, but I don't know exactly what it is. In this course I got, it kind of gave me some information, but it kind of didn't. Like, I'm still trying to figure this out and I want to be authentic to me. So I get a lot of people who just meet with me and they kind of go through what they purchase, what they have. We talk through it a little bit and I give you additional strategies to make sure you're successful. Okay. Or at least you can get started with something. Okay. I don't know why it keeps popping up. Hello, Starlight. Thank you so much for being here. So, really, what happens in the bundle? The bundle comes with master resale rights. So, actually, the bundle is your product because if you rebrand it fully, and say you have Canva Pro, you can rebrand it fully and then make it an editable link that you can, editable template rather, so that you can then resell. You gotta have Canva Pro to do that. Canva Free is where all these products live. So you don't need the pro version. You just need the free version so you can unlock these, take the courses, do what you need to do. There's private label rights materials, books that you can also utilize. These are 100% yours. You can rebrand them if you choose to, or you can like the way they look on the onset, you can put it out there and resell it. So it's totally up to you on how you want to leverage those. It also has the playbook. So the playbook is your essentially your next 30 days, your step-by-step guide to get this thing started. I don't know why that keeps popping up. Your step-by-step guide to get this started. So what does it mean to do this in week one? I want you to do these branding courses, the digital marketing course, the branding, as well as the Canva course, so that you can create your brand identity. You can know who you're talking to, who's your target audience, what's your why. I want you to do all that in week one. Okay, so this gives you the step by steps to do that. And then week two, I want you to focus on your product. So, is it a physical product, a digital product, consultations, membership, whatever you're offering, whatever your product is, I want you to create that. Now, what I tell people, ideally, you are going live because if you are going live in these first couple weeks over the 30 days and you're going live consistently every day with a schedule, you're being intentional about the process, you will hear from your audience. You will get those questions. They will help you understand what you need to create as your solution. And then you're like, okay, now I understand I need to create this. So here's what I'm going to do as a result. Now, when it comes to week three, I then want you to take that product that you created, again, whether it's physical or digital, I want you to then put it in your storefront. So I use Stand Store. They have a 14-day free trial if you want to use them. But there's also Beacon, there's System.io, there's Shopify, there's Etsy. So there's so many different options out there. It just depends on what you're offering. So you want to create the product and make it available. Now, we talked earlier here in live about clickable links. You might want a clickable link. So maybe you get to 1,000 followers and you can put the website so people can go and click your website and you can do pretty much what I just did. I said, okay, click my profile, go to my profile, here's my link, I showed you what to do, and I'm walking you through it because you want to lead people through the process. Okay? And then week four, you are then going to um, launch. That's it. So when you put the products in the storefront, you want to make sure you have your email flows and stuff like that, but you are launching. And so that is 4 weeks. Over those 4 weeks, so the first 4 weeks, I say go live, get in the habit of going live, building that know, like, and trust with your audience, understanding this TikTok platform or any live streaming platform. And then the next 30 days, you are promoting your product, you're bringing the solution, you're offering this as an option to people. People may, people are going to figure you out and get a sense, should they buy it, should they not, should they take the solution from you. Your solution might be a crocheting pattern. Your solution may be your fitness workout guide. Your solution may be something else that you love and passionate about. And you bring that to your audience and you're talking to your target audience and they realize your solution is the thing they want. I love the way this is structured, very actionable, strategic. It is. Yeah. And so that's what I offer. Because I know there's a lot of people who are beginners. And so I say this is my starter kit. If UBC is like the whole big course with all the modules, all the things you need to be successful, this is going to get you started. Now, and if you're looking to grow in this space and wanting to be successful, then you ultimately will need like a UBC, because that's going to give you all the additional things that you need to be considering as you're growing your brand, as you're thinking about affiliate, as you're thinking about other things you can be successful. So let me flip my screen. So really quickly, it also comes with me as my Instagram group chat. So you get that, and then you also get access to me through Instagram because I do the DMs. I'm going to send you a welcome message. If you buy this, anybody in the room who buys this, go ahead and send me a message on Instagram so I can add you to the group chat, as well as I'll be sending out another email tonight just to remind people about tomorrow's meeting so you can attend that. But I want you to group chat. I send daily inspirational messages, affirmation, and a daily task to keep you going live, as well as you got people, it's 150 of us in that group chat. You are good in what you do. You you find your calling in life. I really, friend. Thank you so much, friend. Um, but yeah, that group is 150 people. It actually should be more, but with that, not everybody came over to the Instagram group. But there are people who are in there encouraging, giving updates, asking questions, connecting. We are building community. I'm so pleased with how that group has been evolving, and people are sharing, people are connecting. So that's what it's for. I know people buy stuff all the time and it just sits in their inbox, but I really want you all to leverage this because you can do it. Okay? This is not about me growing. I want all of us to grow. We all can do this. Okay? So if you were to buy this, you're going to get a confirmation. You're going to get a confirmation. This page from Stan. It's Stan store email. Stan, because people are like, I didn't get my information, because I think you're looking for Dr. Lisa. The confirmation actually comes from Stan store, and then future emails will come from Dr. Lisa. But these are your clickable links. These are all clickable links. You got to have a Canva free account. What I do also is that I walk through this whole bundle via Instagram. I'm sorry, via YouTube. So you can, I'm not going to be able to do it today, guys, because I would click these links for you. Let me click the first one. I'm just going to click the first one just to say I did it. So as you see, it's going to be in Canva. You click edit template because it's yours now. So this becomes your product. It is 112 slide presentation. You can click presentation up here, and then you're going to present, and then you actually now start seeing the courses. So it is a 3-hour audio and video course walking you through, I tell you, digital marketing for beginners, okay? Put the sticker out of that. Digital marketing for beginners, because I want you to know how to do this. It starts with mindset, because you got to have the right mindset, people, okay? And then it breaks down what is the different facets of digital marketing and digital products, okay? Because a lot of times we don't understand this business model. And I'm going to tell you right now, here's the secret, people. Everything done digitally and you're selling and promoting yourself is digital marketing. Okay, what is digital marketing? So it's going to walk you through this. So you guys will have access to this, as well as go back. There's the branding course. There's going to be the Canva course, as well as the digital playbook. I tell you, the playbook is what I talked about over the next 4 weeks. Let me click that real quick. The playbook, I don't tell people to skip it, but it's a 63-page playbook. I don't want you to skip the courses, the other 3 courses, but this really is the playbook because it's going to walk you through what to do each week. So it's right here for you. So it's going to tell you week 1, you're going to focus on branding. Week 2, you're going to focus on your products. Week 3, you're going to focus on your storefront. And week 4, you're launching. Now, I tell you this whole time, I want you to go live. I want you to figure out that schedule. I want you to be successful because you're going to start engaging with the live stream, where that allows you to build the know, like, and trust. That allows you to be intentional about what you're doing. And so you're now building that with your community, and they're going to support you. And these are the playbook. These are clickable links There's 5 pages of clickable product links that you can get to. These are all ebooks. It's like 46 ebooks. So that is all in here. I'll walk through just like I clicked those other links. I'll walk through it under YouTube, unlisted link in YouTube. So you get that confirmation email. Go to your email because it's in the email where you can access that link to walk through these products. Okay. And then also you have Instagram, the instructions to get to my Instagram group chat. So I want you to go there, send me a message. If you don't send a message, I can't add you. But if you send me a message on TikTok, I'll try to add you. How you doing, Alicia? Alicia, I am about to get off. I appreciate you being here, friend. So yes, so I want you guys to be successful. So this is the playbook of how you can do this. And this becomes another passive income stream. I don't want you to miss out on the big picture here. If you're promoting your services and your products to your followers, that's another way for you to make money. You can make money here, don't get me wrong. Add your subscription, add your people gifting you, people supporting you. Absolutely, you can make money. Okay? You can make money. But you make another stream of passive income when people are going and getting your other products and service. Okay? So that's what I'm talking about. I want you to be intentional about what you're doing. This is our growth season, you all. If you have not, I'm about to get off because I have to go to the opera. But if you have not followed me on my YouTube channel, follow me there. I'm over there as well as Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income. I'm doing YouTube as a way to grow my community there. And if you follow me and send me a message on maybe one of my shorts or long form videos, um, comment, like, subscribe last. Growth season, yes. Yes, that's what this is. We are not sitting back waiting for people to make something happen. We doing it. We doing it, guys. And so what I do, I don't gatekeep. I tell you guys what I'm doing all the time because I want you all to be successful. It's not all about me growing. It's about you growing. That's it. Everybody can grow. Everybody can win. So let me know if you have any questions. Send me a message. Go ahead and send me a message, and then we can chat. I'm happy to connect with you. I don't send messages, initiate them, because I have the imposter accounts out there. They're still out there. They got rid of some more, another wave of them. I have to send another notice because there's at least 2 or 3 more that's out there. But you guys can reach out to me, and I will respond to your emails, to your DMs. Okay. All right, friends. Let me let you go. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. And